here's the top 10 best games launching on Switch this month. So I think I'm gonna start doing this every month. I did it last month and everyone seemed to like it. So I'm gonna just make this a series. Why not? Because it's fun, right? To see what games are upcoming on the Nintendo Switch. And this month there is so much. So go down there and subscribe and let's crack on. So first up, we've got From Space releasing on November the 3rd. Now this game looks really fun. It's an isometric action shooter. We have to kill aliens in a post-apocalyptic world. Well, I really like the aesthetic and graphic choices that they've done here. It's a bit fun, but it's still like super detailed at the same time. And you know what the best thing is? This is up to 4-player co-op online. Sadly, as far as I'm aware, there's no couch co-op locally, which breaks my heart, but it still looks great. So I think this is definitely one that I think I'm probably gonna pick up, and I might force Christina to buy it on her Switch Lite too, so that we can play co-op. Next up, we've got Ghost Song releasing on November the 3rd. Now you all know I'm a sucker for Metroidvanias, and well, here we go, because Ghost Song was originally announced all the way back in 2013, when it launched a Kickstarter for the project. It's changed quite a bit in those almost 10 years, but oh my, this looks incredible. The weird and wonderful yet beautifully crafted hand-drawn art style, the world and enemies and combat, everything here just looks amazing. Of course, Metroidvanias are notoriously difficult and you can get lost very easily. It's all about backtracking when you get new items and abilities so that you can then go back and then maybe progress a different route. So these can be challenging. So I'm just putting that out there, but if you like a challenge, maybe this one's for you. I'm definitely buying this. Next up, we've got Aeterna Noctis. I don't know how you say it, but that's how I'm saying it. November the 4th. And yes, this is another Metroidvania. Aeterna Noctis is a beautiful fantasy style game, and the trailer really shows off how nice that like art style is. There is tons of depth within it, with items in the foreground and the background kind of moving in parallax as you traverse through the world. And I absolutely love that. So I really like this. This is kind of like teasing more kind of Castlevania vibes to me, but I just think it looks really cool, like it just does. But as I've already said in the past about Metroidvanias, they can be notoriously difficult and you can get lost pretty easily, so if you're up to the challenge, this might be for you. Next up, we've got Harvestella on November the 4th, and will this be the best farming sim of 2022? I'm joking, don't worry, don't worry. This is much more than a farming sim, and instead it's more of a fantasy life sim with adventures and combat too. What's even more amazing is that Square have listened to players' feedback from the demo and implemented improvements based on that feedback. So I really commend Square for actually providing demos for their games in the first place, because that's a pretty big move, you know, like go test this. You don't have to buy it, just here's a free demo, try it out, meh. And then also taking on players' feedback, like actually listening to what the people want, and that is epic. Next up, we've got It Takes Two launching on November the 4th as well. If you have a best friend you game with, or maybe even a partner that's into gaming too, and you love co-op, then you absolutely 100% must buy this game, and that's in order. This is a co-op only game which can be played couch co-op or online via a friend's pass. So you can literally split screen, or let's say I was playing with Christina, she could download a copy of the game for free using the friend's pass on her Switch Lite, and then I could play on my Switch OLED or on the TV. The Swedish team at Hazelight Studios that made co-op great like Brothers and A Way Out have created something truly beautiful with It Takes Two. And I really hope that they continue to make co-op only games, because there is a massive lack of those. Next up, we've got Sonic Frontiers, November the 8th. Now, the hype is so real for me. I've waited for what feels like an eternity for a new, and more importantly, good 3D open world Sonic game, and I think we're finally going to get it. So if you're even remotely interested in Sonic, then you do not want to miss out on this new adventure. It's an open zone game with tons of new skill trees, combos, and just so much more. So yeah, I am so hyped for Sonic Frontiers. I can't wait. Next up, we've got Oddworld Soulstorm, November the 8th. Now, I've been a massive fan of Oddworld games ever since Abe's Odyssey back on the PlayStation in 1997, which got remade as Oddworld New and Tasty a little while back. Now, Soulstorm is a sequel that sees you return as Abe to save the Madokans all over again. Now, this is an amazing platform, but it can be pretty difficult at times. So Christina and I actually played through and completed this game on the PlayStation 5, but there was quite a lot of bugs, like a lot of bugs, and that's kind of sad. I really hope they fix these issues when, you know, the port comes over to the Switch, because if not, that really, really sucks. But we'll see, we'll see. Personally, I want to see Stranger's Wrath 2, because that game is amazing. Number 1, I mean, there's no 2. Just make it. Next up, we got Sifu on November the 8th. So if you're into Kung Fu, then this is for you. With its unique spin that sees you age every time you die, returning older with less health, but more skills and more power. I'm just overall actually quite shocked that they're even releasing this on the Switch, but that is great. Yeah, it has some serious graphical downgrades, but playing portably will be amazing. Now, I've never played this before, but AJ over on our PlayStation channel has, and he thinks this is awesome. Next up, we've got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet launching on November the 18th. Now, is this the Pokemon game to rule them all? This latest entry sees to shake up everything we know about Pokemon. It's a true open world experience to get lost in, and with multiplayer too. Whether you're skeptical because you prefer the older style of games, or you're just hyped to get back into something new and different from the Pokemon franchise, like myself, I really do think this is a Pokemon game with something for everyone. Sadly, my only concern here is performance, because there's already been some kind of speculation that it's not very good, but it's more about how fun it is, right? Right? And then finally, of games that are launching in November, we have Aragami 2 on November the 25th. This stealthy action game sees you playing as an assassin that can control shadows with crazy combat, crafting, skills to unlock, and so much more. To make that even better, you can play this game with up to 3 players in co-op, but at least that's what you can do on the other systems. I mean, there's not really been much word at all on the Switch release, and there's not even a trailer for it. So let's hope that we get some more information soon. I think it's a little bit weird that we don't really have much information on this game when it's launching in less than a month. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe it will get delayed, who knows, but there we go. Now, of course, these are games I've just cherry-picked myself from looking through everything that's launching in November. Now, there's probably loads of other games, so if I've missed anything that you think I should check out, let me know down in the comments, and let me know if you think any of these look super cool, or if you're buying any of them as well. I'd love to know. But for now, go down there, subscribe, and check out this video just here of my review of the Hori split pad compact Joy-Con alternatives for the Nintendo Switch, because you don't want to miss this one. Just go and watch this video. I mean, purely just for the amazing camera work, right? Just do it.